Bang! Neeves Knives. I'm Jared, and here we have the Urban EDC Supply Mini Barlow that I do have an affiliate link for down in the description. Now, there's a lot of really cool things about this little tiny guy, but I do have some issues that we'll get into later on in the video. Now, starting it off, we have an M390 blade. Oh yeah, this comes in many different options as well. A lot of different options with this one. This one just happens to be the dark micarta with the G10 inlay, and I will show it taken apart here in a moment. But we have an M390 blade that is very thin, only 90 thousandths thick. And then the handle is super duper lightweight because there's basically no liners except for just this little part right here. It is pretty cool how they put this thing together. Then we have a titanium clip that works extremely well for how small it is. Now, the action is super easy. I mean, it's like lighting a lighter. It's basically just like lighting a Bic lighter or a Zippo. You can use it like a regular flipper just by putting your finger on it and pulling down. You just let the jimping right here act as traction with your skin, and you just pull down, or you can use your thumb and top flip it. It's super easy, super snappy, very smooth. Now, the liner, not the best access, but it's fairly easy to get to, so I don't really want to complain about it too much, but you kind of do have to mash your finger in there and disengage it. Now, taking this thing apart, when you look at it on the inside, we'll take a look at that really quick. Now, here it is taken apart really quick, and you can see how it's just one single little liner right there. Then on this side, this is the whole captivated stop pin and everything all in one, with the pivot and the stop pin put together with the bearings. It's pretty interesting how they did that. When you flip it, it flips like that, and then it closes like that, and it hits the stop pin right there. And then you can see how this is all milled out. It's very interesting how they did this. You can see the D10 hole right there, the D10 track. You can see their little ramp right there. Very, very interesting how they did all this. And then here is the clip screws on this side. And it's just two T8s. Very easy to take apart. And just to show you really quick what it would look like if I popped it off to show you the bearings and everything. It just pops off this little sleeve. Now this is the stop pin and the sleeve to go around the pivot. And then there is the little bearings and the blade. Very, very simple, very, very easy to take apart. Sorry, the focus, and you can see the stop pin just drops down right in there. So very easy to put together and take apart. You only have the two screws, and then you just pull this pin out. Sorry, here I would just drop the bearings right back down on top of here. Then I would put this pin over the top of the pivot and let it drop down into that little hole in order to lock itself in. Bang! Right there. Very, very easy. As far as cutting goes with this thing, because it's such a thin blade and it's only 12 thousandths behind the edge at the angle that they have it sharpened at, this is a factory angle, this thing's going to cut extremely, extremely well. Also, it's super compact, so 3-finger grip, because of the thickness, the depth, it's very easy to get a lot of leverage with this little guy. For as tiny as it is super comfortable and very easy to manipulate in the hand and use, you know, like a little razor blade, yet you have so much control over it because, like I said, the thickness just fits right in your hand and you can get a good squeeze on it. So, you know, like you just have so much control over it, which I do appreciate a lot. Some issues I have, really quick. Let's go through some issues. So, one thing is that I had lock stick that I've had this for a couple weeks and the lock stick was really bad at first. Now, I know this is one example, my example, and I've seen a bunch of other people. Maybe if I had the titanium one, I would appreciate it a little bit more. Honestly, I think I would have. So I've only had this example, and with this example, mashing my finger in there and it getting the type of lock stick it had, it took 2 weeks to start breaking in. Now, it's gotten a lot better. Sometimes it does come back, but it was really bad. It's literally like hardly anything now. Sometimes I'll hear it, do a little pop, but I mean, it was to the point to where it was pretty significant. And since I have to send this knife back, I wasn't going to take it apart and fix it, you know, because there always is the issue with something possibly going wrong. Now, that, you know, that's kind of working itself out. But the next thing, this is, well, let me just be clear. This is a Justin Lundquist design. It's not cheap. $250 plus. It seems a little outlandish for this. I understand we have a titanium clip, a titanium liner, and an M390 blade, and it is done extremely, extremely well. But it came kind of rough around the edges. My example. Now, there's other Justin Lundquist designs. This one's 20 CV. I'll link this down in the description. It is done by KIZER, and this is the LORME titanium clip. It is a steel liner lock, but holy cow, is this thing good. This thing is amazing. And it's a little, I mean, what is it, like $120 or something like that? Complete guillotine action. I mean, this thing is stupid smooth. Stupid ridiculous. This thing is amazing. Now, yes, the stock thickness is thicker on this, and the geometry is a little bit more robust than this example, but this is a full knife. I mean, you can do a lot of work with this because of the size, and it has that same thing where you can get great ergos with this, or you can grip it really good where you have a lot of control. So, you know, I don't see, like, I mean, obviously we have the titanium liner, but it's a little tiny piece. I just don't see that much more money with this. Another one that's more of a budget-friendly option, another Justin Lundquist design. This one's done by KANSEPT. And this is, you can read it right here. This is the REVERIE 154 cm. Now, this comes in a premium model, too, so that you can get in micarta and titanium and all that stuff. This is the budget version in G10 with steel liners, deep carry clip. Very, very smooth again. Same action. Just like the other one, so you have the same type of top flipper. Now, this is obviously going to be more budget friendly, and, you know, but they have the premium version that is amazing. So, with this one being so expensive and, you know, half the size, and I'm not saying size, you know, indicates money. I'm not saying that, but it's difficult for me to see the price difference on, you know, like, I know the mechanism in here is unique. It's different. I get that. So there are some things where I see, like, yes, I see some price difference where it can go up a little bit. I just don't know about that much. Now, if this is something that is exactly your style, you know, where you want something like the size of a small Bic lighter, then this might be awesome for you because it is an awesome little knife. I mean, I do like it a lot. I think, you know, with all the little details, how easily it functions, how easy it is to carry, insanely lightweight on this example. I haven't tried the titanium one, and how slicey it is, how much control you have. It's fun to fidget with. Mine is finally broken in now, so now it's actually fun to fidget with, but, you know, that does cost something, you know, the awesomeness of something. And this thing does this thing does have some cool factor to it that I do appreciate. So I just wanted to quickly show you guys this. Now, like I said, I do have a link down in the description. I don't know. I think this one is actually available right now if you would like to get this exact option. Now, I don't want to scare you away because mine had some lock stick. It did wind up breaking in. I don't think that that's a typical thing or anything like that. I haven't heard anything from anybody else saying the same thing. So if you do like this, if it's your style, and you're not worried about the price, then yes, I would say go for it. It is that awesome. It is really cool. But I just don't know how many are available because they are selling out really quick. They're very popular. And, and I understand the popularity because it is really, really cool. Now, if this is out of your price range, and maybe possibly a little too small, like I said, this is the guy I would go with if you want basically the same materials for a cheaper price. This is a great option, man. I can't recommend this enough. I love this knife. And like I said, and then this one comes in an even more budget-friendly option. But the premium version is obviously going to be more expensive, but is also very, very cool. So there you guys go. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.